evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The Ministry of Heritage and Culture announces the discovery of archaeological items at the World Heritage Sites in Bat in the Wilaya of Abri. Lebanon announces a government lineup ending an 8-month wait that had heightened fears of a major economic collapse. And the United States is poised to announce the withdrawal from the nuclear arms treaty. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. The Ministry of Heritage and Culture announced the discovery of archaeological collections at the World Heritage Site in Bat in the Wilaya of Abri. The survey and excavation operations conducted by an American archaeological mission at the site showed that archaeological tombs looked like their counterparts in el-Nar tombs, which proved the existence of commercial relations between the Sultanate and other areas during the pre-Islam era. Some pottery vessels, bracelets, and house items. The Ministry of Heritage and Culture said that this season had uncovered several remnants of archaeological settlements that date back to the Bronze Era. Many tombs and archaeological items had been discovered. The latest weather charts of the National Multi-Hazard Early Warning Center indicate that the Sultanate will be affected by a trough of low-pressure system starting from Sunday 3rd of February 2019 until Wednesday evening 6th of February 2019. The weather is expected to be cloudy to partly cloudy over the governorates of Muscat, Musandam, Al-Buraymi, Al-Zahira, North and South Al-Batina, Al-Dakhiliya, North and South Sharqiya. There are also chances of isolated rain, occasionally thunder showers associated with fresh wind and hails. The sea state is expected to be moderate to rough along most of Oman coasts. The Public Authority for Civil Aviation advised all to take precautions during rainfall and the flow of waris, as well as check the sea state before sailing and keep monitoring the official weather bulletins. The International College for Engineering and Management held a ceremony to mark the graduation of a new batch of students. The ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Saud bin Salim al-Blushi, Under-Secretary of the Ministry of Education for Education Planning and Human Resource Development. More details in the following report by Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi.
The International College of Engineering and Management celebrated the graduation of its 18th batch of students after preparing them in the areas of engineering and management for national and international markets through innovation and research.
We're so happy today to share the happiness of the graduates and to be part of their ceremony. And our role as teachers in the college is to prepare the students to be good individuals in career, and we prepare them for being individuals who are ready to serve the community and the society.
Equipped with a range of modern competencies and underpinning knowledge, the graduates expressed their excitement and pride to obtain their academic degrees.
I would like to thank my family, my college, to provide a suitable job for me after my graduate. I can't express my happiness for this, for my success through these 4 years.
The International College of Engineering and Management offers unique programs and majors in well engineering, fire safety engineering, HSE management, and facility management. For the Sultanate of Oman television, Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, Muscat.
A forum for people with hearing disabilities held in the Governorate of South Al-Batina revealed the capabilities of this segment of the society in various fields. The event was organized by Omani Association for the Hearing Impaired. The forum aimed to shed light on the role of all members of the society to take care of deaf people. It showed the skills and stories of success of some deaf people. An exhibition was organized as part of the Forum for Products and Handicraft Works of some people with hearing disabilities. Visitors to the Muscat Festival in Al Amara Park are attracted by the stalls selling different types of traditional perfumes and frankincense. Our reporter Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi has more details in the following report.
The frankincense and perfume market in Al Amirat Park is a popular spot for Muscat Festival visitors to try a variety of traditional perfumes, herbs, incense, and other cosmetic ingredients.
I like very much the perfumes and the essence of Oman. This is a way to know Oman, the heritage of Oman, the culture and the product of this country. I like this kind of events, and this in particular, I am very surprised because there are more people here, and I can enjoy also the people of this country and the products.
In this exhibition, different types of genuine Omani frankincense or Luban are being sold, some of which are the green Luban, perfumed Luban, and the Hojri Luban, catering to the taste of various community segments.
I really like the festival, and then the section about the perfumes is really nice because it gives a nice impression of Oman. We just tried some fragrances and they're really nice smelling, and it really gives us a nice impression of Oman because the people, they all look super beautiful, and we tried the food and it's really nice. We saw the dancing and it's also really nice.
It is worth mentioning that frankincense is used by many in various occasions, as well as using it for different therapeutic purposes due to its various health benefits.
The pleasant aroma of frankincense at this corner of Muscat Festival offers the visitors a mesmerizing smell to remember. From Al Amirat Park, Saleh bin Khalfan al-Rahbi, Muscat.
Still to come in on News Bulletin. The Warsaw Zoo in Poland has a specially designed hospital to treat injured wild birds. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Lebanon announced a government lineup ending an 8-month wait that had heightened fears of a major economic collapse. The new cabinet unveiled during a press conference at the presidential palace includes 30 ministers from Lebanon's rival political clans. The new lineup is to see 4 women taken up office, including at the head of the Interior and Energy ministries. Gibran Basel is to remain as foreign minister, while Ali Hassan Khalil is also staying on the charge of the finance ministry. On May 24th, after parliamentary elections, President Michel Aoun quickly nominated Prime Minister Saad al-Hariri for his 3rd term as premier and tasked him with forming a cabinet. But political parties in the small multi-confessional country spent 8 months arguing over the new government's makeup. Chinese President Xi Jinping expressed in a message his readiness to keep in close touch with the U.S. counterpart Donald Trump through various means. The spokesman Zheng Shuang made the statement at a press briefing in Beijing when asked on a potential meeting between the 2 heads of state after the latest round of economic and trade consultations between the 2 countries concluded yesterday in Washington, D.C. Trump said he will meet soon with Xi to try to seal a comprehensive trade deal. The U.S. president reportedly confirmed that a U.S. delegation headed by Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer and Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin will go to China in mid-February to continue the consultations. Jing said in the new round of economic and trade consultations between China and the U.S., the two sides have made clear the timetable and roadmap for the next step of consultations. The Trump administration is poised to announce that it's withdrawing from a treaty that has been a centerpiece for superpower arms control since the Cold War, and whose demise some analysts worry would fuel a new arms race. An American withdrawal, which has been expected for months, would follow years of unresolved dispute over Russian compliance with the pact known as the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces or INF Treaty. It was the first arms control measure to ban an entire class of weapons, ground-launched cruise missiles with the range between 500 kilometers and 5,500 kilometers. U.S. officials also expressed worry that China, which is not party to the 1987 treaty, is gaining a significant military advantage in Asia by deploying large numbers of missiles with ranges beyond the treaty limit. Firefighters continue to battle bushfires in the Australian state of Tasmania, as authorities warned that conditions were set to worsen. Tasmanian Premier Will Hodgman warned Tasmanians to abide by instructions given to them to ensure that they and their properties are kept safe. 3 properties have already been lost in the blaze and 14 emergency warnings put in place around the state. Australia is currently in the midst of a southern hemisphere summer and experiencing heat wave conditions stifling southeastern parts of the country. Injured wild birds in Poland receive a second chance in life, thanks to a specially designed hospital based at Warsaw Zoo. Here's a report.
The hospital is equipped to deal with patients of all sizes and conditions, from tiny songbirds to swans and storks. Demand for the hospital's services are growing. Originally designed to treat around 2,000 birds a year, more than 3 times that number passed through its doors in 2018. The hospital's manager, Dr. Agnieszka Dziukowska, says every patient is first kept in a heated waiting room open 24 hours a day. They are then examined and a decision is made on whether they need urgent treatment or can wait a few hours before being seen by a veterinarian.
The birds which come to our rehabilitation center get the second chance. They deserve after being hurt by a person, by a car, an electricity pylon or whatever it was that made them end up here. We check to see if they have any visible wounds, whether they need first aid immediately or if they have to be operated on immediately.
After being treated, the birds are left to recover in special enclosures and fed on diets that aim to replicate their living conditions in the wild. Hospital staff say they go to great lengths to make sure their patients can be successfully released, taking into account their biology, migration patterns and the weather. Unfortunately, not every patient can be released after treatment. Storks, which often have to have amputations after colliding with electricity pylons, either stay in the zoo or are transferred to private sanctuaries. Other injuries commonly seen at the hospital include ducks and swans swallowing fishing hooks, and in the case of urban species such as pigeons or crows, intentional harm by humans.
Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over most of the governorates, with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the coast of the Arabian Sea. Winds will be southeasterly to east, light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's news bulletin, here are their main points once again. The Ministry of Heritage and Culture announces the discovery of archaeological items at the World Heritage Sites in Bats in the Wilaya of Adri. Lebanon announces a government lineup ending an 8-month wait that had heightened fears of a major economic collapse. And the United States is poised to announce the withdrawal from the Nuclear Arms Treaty. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, thank you for watching and have a great night.